Hey everybody, it's your girl Samantha from How to Heal Life Coaching. 7 sinister secrets narcissists hope you don't find out. But before we dive into these secrets, be sure you hit the like button and subscribe. That way we can spread awareness about narcissistic abuse and its horrors, because this information literally saves lives. That's why it's so important to get this information out there. Narcissists keep a lot to themselves. They actually take pleasure in keeping the truth from others because it makes them feel superior, while trying to persuade you of the exact opposite. They are inside thinking and feeling one thing, because they want you to believe who they appear to be. They'll go to any lengths to conceal their minor and huge falsehoods from you. In actuality, all of their narcissistic motivations are agenda-driven. So what are the secrets narcissists don't want you to know? Number 1, I'm not interested in you or your life. A narcissist never wants you to understand that they don't care about you or your life, not at all. Whether it's a friendship, a professional, partnership, or intimate relationship, a narcissist will initially appear to be very interested in you. That is false. To persuade you to have faith in, trust in, and accept them into your life. The real fact is that narcissists think they are far better than you. Your life is trivial compared to theirs, and anything substantial that you do actually poses a threat to their enormous, insecure, and fragile ego. The narcissist wants you to concentrate solely on their life and their abilities, in addition to neglecting you and downplaying your life. He or she may even start actively undermining it, disparaging it, and harboring extreme pathological jealousy over it. Number 2, to them, you are both an object and a tool. Narcissists don't love their victims. They just love you for what you can give them. Their own true self has been buried by the narcissist. They have developed a false self, which is a fictional version of who they think they are, and not how they really feel about themselves. The narcissist may be initially high on the captivating company you offer, allowing him or her to flee the inner pool of the insane unhealed wounds that the narcissist is continually striving for supremacy from outside in an effort to attempt and self-medicate away those awful inner sentiments. These include assets like cash, status, connections, housing arrangements, and whatever else. The part where the narcissist solely sees you as a tool or an object is now the most unpleasant. This is what you find so challenging about it, because you are only a tool and an item. The narcissist may replace you if you are no longer giving the false self exactly what it wants, which is impossible in the medium or long term. It will be as if you never existed. If you don't carry out the chores that the narcissist wanted you to do, they'll ruthlessly attack you, torture your emotions, and punish you. 3, they hate boundaries. I guarantee you that no narcissist will respect your boundaries and your sensibilities, and you'll be able to tell. Or they'll put you to the test when you bring it up. They may try to manipulate you and guilt you out of your boundaries when you respond no, or I'm not comfortable with it. But once they realize they can use you as a pawn and dominate your time, you know the answer. If someone does not respect your no and your healthy boundaries, you must give them your response. Say no to sex if you don't feel like it. Say no if you don't feel like giving sex to them. Say no if you don't feel like giving the narcissist the key to your house after only 2 weeks of getting to know them. The narcissist will start attempting to obtain the reward. They will receive what they had meant for you to give them. They're about to start harvesting. So now is the time to have confidence in your own judgment and set boundaries if necessary. 4, they can say and do whatever. The next thing that the narcissist is desperately trying to hide from you is that you don't know about is they can say and do as they wish, even if it hurts you or others. It's amazing how a narcissist will keep you accountable, which means that they won't ever let you make up for whatever you say or do that was incorrect. They'll always hold it against you. They'll never get over it, but there are whole different rules that apply to them. This is the issue right now. It's enormous. The narcissists lie. They speak any way they please. They also think it's okay for them to lie. Narcissists change their stories because they deceive and don't truly care what they say. With the talk you're having this week, the topic you had last week is irrelevant. You believe you are going crazy, even though you know they did. The narcissist will try to deny saying it. Even if you feel like you need to start recording your discussions to play them back to someone, your relationship is toxic. And if you catch them out on the lie, they'll just keep lying. You and other people will be promised by the narcissist that they'll do anything for them, but they never even show up. They disappear, then lie about it. They don't care how it impacts people, and frustratingly, when challenged with these, they come up with an excuse, a defense, or a projection. Or they shift the subject, or they point out something you're not doing. Then they start shooting. Not a gun, though. The narcissist doesn't care what people say or do, and that is the genuine reality. 5. They want the final say. They are not wishing for your return in order to provide you with the satisfying relationship you genuinely deserve. They only want you to return to them so they can have the last word and re-traumatize you again. Being discarded early is something that narcissists detest, since it deprives them of power and undermines their sense of superiority. Since you were the one to start things off, they didn't obtain the whole emotional control they believed they were entitled to in their relationships. They must feel like they have the last word and have terrified you to the point that you cannot go on after being in a relationship with them. 6. You're not considered as a person. Keep in mind that narcissists don't view the relationships as individuals. Rather, they view them as things, or what psychologists refer to them as narcissistic supply sources. They want you to think that the reason that you're picking on you is because you're more disposable, inferior, or in some way flawed. They do this by drawing comparisons between you and either their former targets or their newest targets. Remember how the narcissist talked about their ex in the beginning of the relationship when they were first idealizing you? They're doing this to keep you fight this kind of crazy-making triangulation. They undoubtedly describe their ex-partner as mad and crazy and use a variety of other derogatory tales, and they're probably doing the same to you as they do to their newest victim. They always involve new people in the loop. Even if they'd like you to believe otherwise, you're not any different to them. Number 7, they're not humble or remorseful. In the beginning of every relationship, narcissists portray themselves as very kind and modest people. They are so captivating and charismatic because of it. It's what disarms the police and their harem, allowing them to get away with breaking the law with only a warning and no damage to their reputations. The art of the pity trick is another strategy that narcissists use to manipulate you. When they have no other option, or even as their main method of seducing you, narcissists will try to seize your sympathies. Because of this, they merely apologize to you and don't alter their actions or truly recognize the hurt you must have endured. As a result, you are more likely to view them as victims than as the real culprits because they have been telling you sob tales from the beginning of your relationship. When you begin to see how fake their love is for you, their secrets are revealed. This is when their mask starts to fall off and you can see their true identity. When you know how to decipher these secrets, you'll know that it's time to get out and embrace your healing process. If you haven't yet, hit the like button and subscribe to spread awareness about abuse tactics as well as helping to save lives. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.